Hey guys, it's Leo here live on Twitch actually, and if you guys haven't heard, the orb has been nerfed, and if you haven't heard of that, then you've probably been living under a rock. Now, the orb, if you guys don't know what it is, I made a couple of videos on it. I made one I think like a month or two back when the orb first got released, and pretty much what it does is it turns all deep slate or stone around you into random ores. Now, before the nerf, you were making about, I think, $60,000 based on my experiment pre-nerf per hour. And now the orb has been heavily nerfed. And there has been a lot of, I guess, upset players because of that. Because a lot of players put a lot of money into this item. I think we were looking at like 12 mil for the item, which is, that's a lot of money. If you guys play Blossomcraft, you guys already know 12 mil. A nice chunk of money. Now, where do I think, or what do I think the orb is valued at now? Now we're looking at cores at around 500k per. It takes about 8 cores to create one. So if we do the math here, so we do 8 multiplied by 5, is that 45? 40. So that's 4 mil. So I would say a good amount to purchase the orb would be around, I want to say 5 mil. 5 mil would be a pretty fair price in my book. Now, I'm not too sure if that is 100% the market price for an orb nowadays, because I haven't seen one on the auction house ever, really. But yeah, I would say it's 5 mil. Now, where am I going with this video? In today's video, I want to do an experiment and pretty much see how much the orb can make on its own in 1 hour. We got word from Slava saying that he got about 32,000 in an hour just with the orb on its own. Now we're gonna do. You guys know me. If you guys know me, I'm gonna take this experiment into my own hands, and we're really gonna get down to it and really see how much it will make per hour. Now I'm only gonna do 1 hour of this because, to be honest, mining, like, the orb has always been, like, how I thought of the orb was it's always been a tool to make extra money. I've always been actively mining while using the orb. So I feel like if I just use the orb for 1 hour, it's such a waste of time. So that's hence why we're only using it for 1 hour. So if you guys are here live with me, sit back, relax. We're going to do 1 hour with the orb on its own, and this is gonna be freaking brutal. But let's see, what time is it? 7:53. My phone's about to die. I'm gonna use my phone time. Let's get right into the one and only hour that we're going to be doing this experiment. So our jobs log is at 79,900. So we're going to mark that down, 79,900. We're going to set a timer for the first hour. Set a timer for 4 minutes. 4 minutes has started. Our hour timer has started, and let's get right into it. Now, I might be hitting some deep slate here and there, but that shouldn't impact the hour. And, dude, have to find the next spot. Okay. Now we wait. This is gonna be brutal. Oh my goodness. Let's cut the music. So, that is the final tap for the hour of the only orb experiment. This is going to be starting the YouTube segment, by the way, guys. All right. Now it all comes down to how much did I make in that hour. So I started off with my jobs log at 79,900. Jobs log, if we do that right now, we're at 112,000. $32,100, which is exactly my thoughts, because on average, each orb tap at level 100 miner can make you about $2,000 on average. So at the very least, you're doing 15 orb taps every hour, and with 15 multiplied by 2,000 equals to 30,000. And at the very most, I guess you can be making around like 32. Let's say an orb tap is a bit more, like maybe like $500 more, 2,500 for an orb tap. But the most consistent average has been like $2,000 per orb tap. This is pretty accurate because Slava, before we started this experiment, mentioned that he made around 32,000 as well. And it looks like we both got the exact same numbers, pretty much. Well, not to the T, but like pretty accurate. Now, my thoughts and opinions on the orb. Now, we all know that previously we're making $60,000 an hour with the orb on its own. And now, seeing that we're making around $30,000 an hour, that's a 50% nerf. How do I feel about the orb now? Like, do I wish that they didn't nerf it? And to be honest, I saw the like. To be honest, guys, the route that we were going at that rate, our economy was going to go down the drain. Like everybody was becoming so rich, nobody really wanted to play the game. Nobody really wanted to spend hours upon hours in the mines. They just wanted to orb tap and call it a day. And I think that's kind of an issue, especially for the long-term health of the Blossomcraft server. The people who got access to the orbs will remain rich, and the people who are just trying to get to the server, just trying to get started on their mining gear, with no access or maybe even no knowledge on the orb, are at a huge disadvantage. So I think that this orb nerf is completely necessary. 32,000, I mean, if you add 60,000 with an adamantium like mining on its own, that should be, we said it in our last experiment, we can make on average like maybe 60 to or $95,000 an hour or so. And that's still a lot of money, guys. You know, you stay locked in for 10 hours. Let's say you play 5 hours, then you make 500K, and that's actually a good amount of money. But when the orb was at its very all-time peak, $1 million, it really did not feel like $1 million anymore. But to be honest, it is a lot of money. So, yeah, my opinion is keep it the way it is. Honestly, orb nerf is good for the server. If you guys made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. My name is LeooKnightus. Again, I stream, starting to stream full time now. So catch me on Twitch. To wrap this video up, comment down below your favorite food, and for a chance to win yourself a pirate key. Winners will be chosen next week. All right, peace out.